I'll be right there. You know that I gotta do this. Oh, every time. Okay. Hello there. Hi. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Doug. Louisiana Lady, Leah, Lonnie, Allison Ray. Andrea, Sol, Mia, Muka. Where did I just lose that? Monica, Maddie Jean, Casbat. You're up early. Norma Thomas, Susan, Brendy, Whisper to Me. Brandy, Whisper to Me. Rhymes again. Nora Woods. What is it? Elysian Fields. Hi. That's a new name. Definitely a new name. I know I have not said that. Mary Kim, Nurse Nana Patty, Flower Girl. And where was I? Robin, Rockin' Robin, Steph A, Kristen, Nanette, Manager of Three Monsters, Kansas City Lights, Effie, Brenda Joe, Kevin Leonard, how are you? Pink is my new RX. Comet on Cupid. Marie, Stephanie, here you go. Mandy, what did I just? Sheila, hello there. Alexis, Lynn, Denim, Anne, Rebecca, Kathy, Gigi, Anne, Hennessy, Evie, Lisa, Skyella. Oh my gosh, everything's puppy. Yeah, Skyella. You've changed your name. Okay. I knew that was new. Jeanette Quinn is Skyella now. Okay. Jeanette Quinn is Skyella now. Elle Jackson, Kathy, Doris Cabins, Lynn, I think I got you. Donna, Susan, I believe I got you. Sarah, April F, hello. Sabrina, Dreaming, Janelle, Wilowick, your best friend, Ladybird, and Kai. You did not get a notification. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh my gosh, I look like a wreck. I've been going all, had a big meeting today, so I just I'm like crazy. And then I was just working out a little bit, so I didn't even do anything. I'm a wreck. I mean a mess. Whatever. I don't care. So who watched the Paris Hilton thing? Hi, Karen. Who watched the Paris Hilton? Anyone? No one did the homework? How was the blizzard? Oh, we had the blizzard the other day. Yesterday didn't snow. Hi, Carla. Nobody studied? Where's Sharon? Hi, Danielle. You did it, Sheila? Not you, Norma? You sure did Whisper to Me? Okay. You did Crack Up? Okay, so we could do it a couple of ways. You can, I can give you a number if you want to call in and talk about, what you observed. Or you could do it in the chat. I mean, it's going to be hard to do it in the chat. Stephanie says she's playing a character. You didn't study. You can't watch it from Greece. Don't you have YouTube? It's on YouTube. No? Don't you have YouTube? Hi, Evie. I can't believe she's 30. How old is she? She's 38. She looks a little different these days. Did you do your homework, Kevin? Well, it's not that long, but I can't play it on here because it's what could happen. I mean, I mean, I could put the link up and you guys can watch it where you are and I can watch it where I am without sound. I mean, I don't... Remember her old show? Yeah, I remember it. She's actually funny and quite smart. She's no cook, that's for sure. Yeah, but I don't think she's trying to be... Okay. Oh, I know about that, Deb, on the move. We're going to talk about that after Paris. I have that all ready. The gloves are ridiculous. Yes. They make me nervous. Hi, Potter. No, but I mean, like, I have to, you can't even watch it. Like, I can't put it here. I can't put it on here at all. And I have to watch it without sound on my end. And then you've got to watch it on your end. Do you get what I'm saying? It was a comedy. I mean, okay, her hair made me nervous. All right, so your biggest issue was her hair. Her hair was bad, but she didn't... Okay, whose kitchen was that? Whose kitchen was that? Where was she cooking? And why was she cooking so much? I mean, okay, they wanted to be funny, but why? Like, that was crazy amount. Like, usually they do the opposite. They cook such a little bit. The salt was ridiculous. And then she adds, she does that, and then she adds more Himalayan salt. She said in today's video it was a parody meant to be funny. What do you mean? People were asking her about it today? They were asking her, Seaglass? Hi, Jana. Oh, there's Sharon. Did you do your homework, Sharon? Ethereal Goddess? And of the ground beef. Cooking with the tiny dog. She put the lasagna in the cold water. She didn't even turn it on. It looked like she tried to turn it on a couple of times. It was just to get people to talk about Paris. That salt was ridiculous. Hi, Hazel. The pan that was too small, right? She puts the meat in the saucepan. The next clip, it was back in the saucepan, bad ending. She was interviewed for a documentary coming out in May. She thought the gloves were ridiculous too. Yes, I have that. We're going to do the true crime news after this. Yep, we're going to go over all that. I've got it. You did not. She didn't put garlic in it. She didn't. She said you don't need garlic in Paris. She doesn't want garlic in her lasagna or anything like that. She bought way too much cheese. She didn't know how to grate cheese. Emptying out things into the colander. I thought you had to leave the water. Oh, absolutely you should have the water, like a rolling boil before you ever put the pasta in there. That was ridiculous. It's okay, Kristen. We'll talk about the Arizona in a minute. In a minute. Let's just finish this, so. Don't worry, I'll get you up to speed on everything. Hi, Sassy. Hi, Mira. We were talking about the Paris Hilton lasagna fiasco. Doesn't she have something coming out soon? Somebody just said she has something coming out. So she doesn't, okay, I was sent that video by someone in here. And so she doesn't have a cooking channel. That's the only cooking video she has on that channel. She doesn't do cooking videos all the time. All the pause. Hi, Mr. Truth Seeker. Hi, Two Scooter. Hi, Louise. I got you. Hi, Brandy. Hi, I got you, Miko. Gianna Do. Hi, Alley Cattails. When was this assigned? I missed the class. When was this up on the board? A couple of days ago. You think she's starting a series of cooking? Is it cooking videos? Hi, Pat Miller. The plate half on the edge of the counter. What did you say, Pete? Hi, Justin Casers. You would have changed the channel and watched the Weather Channel. Ronald Webster. I couldn't change any channel. I was sent the video in a WhatsApp. Hi, Kat. So she has a documentary. It's called This is Paris. The gloves were so she didn't burn her hands because they were insured. But her fingers worked. She could have burned her fingers. You totally missed that class for sure. Hi, Carol. She gets on my last nerve. So as soon as she started, I turned her off. Well, I couldn't stop looking. Is of her year-long documentary? Oh, okay. Where is it going to be shown, the documentary? She may do more cooking videos? She did say that? Is she married? I think she was married, but then it didn't work out, right? Isn't that what happened? Didn't she get married and it didn't work out? Or she was engaged to be married and it never went through? Something like that, right? Unlucky in love. That's what they say. No. No, I'm not a Paris fan. It's a long story, Bobby. Hey, Mommy for the win. What does she have her own show on? No, there was a YouTube video was sent to me, and it was a train wreck, and you couldn't look away. And so then we thought we'd watch it. That's so-called stars that don't live in the real world. She was too lazy to chop the onion and something else, the garlic. She didn't want to do that. I'm surprised she knew to put the egg in the ricotta. I really was very surprised. It's just an act, Sassy says. It's recent. No, it's recent, Karen. Very recent. She bought her own. Paris is only famous because of her father. Yeah, but it's really bad in the kitchen. It's really, really bad in the kitchen. They have similar arthritis gloves. The lasagna was wasted because she can't eat carbs. Why? How do you know she doesn't eat carbs? Paris has her own channel, from what I understand. Her documentary was made for YouTube. Oh, she does have her own channel. That's where we watched it, huh? Yeah. So that's why they're going to make the documentary. Okay. You had I had you at Lasagna. Hi, Peggy. Okay. She should have bought the alleged chopped vegetables. The already chopped vegetables. Vegetables? What vegetables? She didn't make vegetable lasagna. She made meat lasagna. I didn't see vegetables. You saw vegetables? You must have watched a different one. It's trending, so that's why it's so popular. Well, it's trending because it's so popular, right? You have to go watch it now. I'll be right back. Okay, Gianna. Go watch that, Paris Hilton. Well, I don't know what she's thinking, the onions. You know what she's thinking? She's like, okay, she's thinking onions and garlic when you're making the tomato sauce. But she didn't make the tomato sauce. So she didn't need onions and garlic because she used bottled sauce. You want to see her do the dishes? She had a film out like yours at one time. She had a film out like yours at one time. Oh, a Two Scooters film. No, I was like, I don't do films like that. That's Two Scooter. She had a lot of meat. Yeah, way too much meat. She brought out like 4 things of ricotta too. Like it's like she didn't know any she didn't do the layers right. She did like one whole layer of ricotta, all the ricotta on one layer. Currently 2.3 million. Okay, Kevin. You will watch it. You keep being stalked by Paris videos. Hi, Peggy Sue. You're 1% Italian? It was gross, actually. We're talking about Paris Hilton makes lasagna. It was homework. I'm sitting here with my jaw dropped watching her make lasagna. She is ridiculous. She definitely has the dumb blonde down. They say it's all an act, Mary Kim. Yes, over. Hey, Raya. She couldn't use ripped noodles, right? Yeah, I'd be very careful with the ripped noodles. Very careful with the ripped noodles. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Kat. Hi, Atsira. One of her videos came up in my suggested videos. I thought it was odd. Why does that have to do with true crime? It's a true crime, what she did to that lasagna, Peggy. I don't think it's an act either, Sharon, but everybody else seems to think it is. I don't think it's an act. Sounds like a PR stunt for her new documentary. I think she can't cook. I think the stunt was that she said she could cook, but I think everything else is real. The dumb blonde is just an act. She's actually a very smart person. Hey, the purpose of this is to be entertained and have a stupid laugh and not to personally attack her character. She's not a serial killer. Just a lasagna killer. Spoons are brutal. Yeah. She's just looking for attention. what's the name of the show she had like forever ago? Oh, with Richie, with the Richie girl, right? I don't know. What was it? What was that silly show? You don't watch because I knew I wouldn't be able to stomach it. Sorry. You tagged the wrong Peggy. Paris kills lasagna. Okay, so any more about Paris and lasagna, or do you want to move on to the true crime? The simple life. Yeah, the simple life, right? Cooking in heels. And that white sweater drove me crazy. If I had that white sweater, I'd have like sauce. I'm surprised she didn't put on like a really trendy apron. She poured the fat down the drain. Who wears gloves when they cook? Not the gloves like that, especially. My gosh. She never washed her hands after opening the raw meat. Hi, Suzanne. Infinite Beauty, hello. Hi, Linda. Okay, so there is a situation. You didn't know about the situation, Jeannie? Actually, I'll tell you who alerted me to the situation a few hours ago was Apple Snapple. Alerted me to the situation a few hours ago. I'll give you a link and you can take a look. It's a very short link. So there's a situation in Phoenix near 24th Street, and there are 3 children found unresponsive. Now, this is the link that I can give you. So if you don't, let me see. This is, okay, that's, you did not know? Okay, so you can look at that, and then I'm going to go to the update on it. Hang on. Okay, so there was a 3-year-old boy, a 2-year-old girl, and a 7-month-old girl. Police are investigating after 3 children died near 24th Street and Southern Avenue Monday evening. So firefighters responded to what was initially called a drowning and attempted life-saving efforts, but the children all died at the scene. The parents and another adult relative were all in the home at the time, police said. Police said there was no obvious signs of trauma, but investigators are interviewing the mom and the dad to find out how the children died. A family member told officers the children were sick earlier tonight, according to police. The fire crews that responded to the scene were sent home for the rest of the night because of the traumatic nature of the situation. Okay, so really weird because there's not a lot of information about it. Where's that?
With over 6,000 animals in
so a lot of there's not a lot of information about it. Very strange. They make it sound like the kids were found outside. Like what is that about? I don't know. It's just very weird. Let me see if there's any other information that's. So they make them, okay, very odd, but let's see what this one says. According to the police, the officers attempted CPR but were unable to revive the children, and they were pronounced dead. They ranged from 7 months to 3 years. No other details available right now. They are interviewing the parents to piece this together. So, we'll see. I could check periodically throughout the night and see if there's any more information, but there is not a lot of information right now. Very strange. Okay, and we're going to go to another strange case out of New Jersey. Let me see if you have any questions. Anybody have anything here? Phoenix manager. Phoenix, Arizona. I think they thought it was a drowning genie, but then it wasn't. I don't know. It's really crazy. There's no information. It makes it sound like the kids were outside the house and they were inside the house. It's very convoluted. I don't know what is going on. Okay, so I've got a couple of other stories. But first we're going to do the Utah. No, we're not going to do Utah first. We're going to do New Jersey first. Then we're going to go back to that other one in Utah, and then back to Alabama. Okay? So the next one. Okay, hang on. Oh, that's Alabama. We can't do Alabama yet. We have to do New Jersey. Okay, hang on. This is a really brutal crime. Okay. This woman in New Jersey, hang on, this stupid thing is going to play. Okay. So a woman was charged with murder after she allegedly used a nail clipper. Now it says a nail clipper, but it's very deceiving. It's the little file that, those nail clippers that have the fold out file? She used the file, not the nail clipper. They just want to do that for clickbait. The nail clipper to stab her husband during a domestic dispute. So she's 30 years old. Her name is Kathleen Ayala. She faces a weapons charge stemming from the attack that occurred early Sunday at her mobile home complex in Millville, New Jersey. Millville, I think I was there. Okay, no, I'm thinking of somewhere else. Okay. Ayala and Axel Torres, 35, were arguing in their trailer. Oh, no, okay. When the dispute turned physical, according to the Cumberland County Prosecutor's Office. Torres left the trailer, but Ayala chased after him. So the husband left, wife chases after him, triggering another fight in which Torres was repeatedly stabbed and left unconscious. So that little nail clipper did that guy in. And it sounded like he was leaving. So it doesn't sound like any self-defense because she ran the freak after him. When officers arrived, they observed that Torres suffered several stab wounds to his feet, hands, shoulders, left leg, allegedly inflicted by the nail clipper. It's not the nail clipper, it's the nail file on the clipper. He was subsequently taken to the hospital, but he died there on Monday. According to court documents, Ayala told police she was responsible for the attack, but only wanted to scare her husband and did not intend to physically harm him. She stabbed him with the metal file. See, they wait till with the clippers. Ayala initially was charged with assault when the attack occurred, but prosecutors announced on Tuesday that the count had been upgraded to murder following Torres' death. This happened on January 16th, I believe it was. January 14th. So it wasn't known if she's retained an attorney. So watch out for the nail clippers. And it sounds like that guy was leaving and she goes flying after him. So, I don't know. I can't believe she did that with a nail file and just wanted to scare him. Yeah, just what that sounds like it. My nail clipper folds down all the time. I couldn't stab a banana with it. Your file? A mobile, is that? Yeah, I think so, Carol. Apparently, they are deemed dangerous in airlines. Oh, okay. But you don't have like a large, there's not a lot coming out of that. So, right? I know, Hennessy. It's like most of them would like bend. They're not too sturdy. She must have had something really. Oh, hey, Cab 7, how are you? So really crazy. Who'd have thought a file on the nail clipper could be so dangerous? Yeah, but what, she ran after him too, because maybe the guy was like, oh, look, you're out of control. I'm leaving. I'll be back later when you calm down. And, hey, Ed. And then she goes flying after him, just trying to scare him. Just trying to scare him. Must have been amazing. But what was the argument about? We're never going to know because we're only going to hear her side of the argument. Unless someone heard that lived nearby. You think they lived in close vicinity. I don't know. Okay, now we're going to go to Utah. You want to go to Utah or Alabama? You want to go to Utah or Alabama first? Oh, I'll show you her picture. I didn't show you her picture. Hold on a minute. I forgot to show you her picture. Sorry. Hang on. Oh, very small. Hold on. Come on. She looks like she got a little beat up too. I don't know what was going on there, okay? Oh, and then, we have an update already, okay? Hold on a minute. I've got an update for you. She made her first appearance in court. I'm sorry. Okay, so here's her in court now. I'll show you this now. We're not going to Utah or Alabama yet. We've got to get the update. Hang on. So she's got a black eye she's sporting right here. So let's see what happened if we know anything else. Okay. It says prosecutors will seek the pretrial detention of a woman accused of stabbing her husband to death with a file from a pair of nail clippers. Kathleen Ayala, 30, of Millville, is charged with murder in the death of Axel Torres, 35. She made her first appearance in a Cumberland County courtroom on Friday. Torres was found around 1 a.m. Sunday, covered in blood and unresponsive outside of the trailer they share at Country Meadows. Country Meadows, it sounds so peaceful. It wasn't really. Mobile home park in Millville. The couple apparently fought inside the trailer before Torres left the residence, according to a criminal complaint. Ayala followed him outside and chased him through the mobile home park. Nobody saw this, right, or heard this. Before stabbing him in a wooded area, police said. In addition to a stab wound to his left leg, Torres suffered injuries to his feet, his hands, and his shoulders, police said. Speaking through an interpreter, Superior Court Judge Joseph Chiarello advised Ayala of her rights and scheduled a detention hearing for Thursday. The hearing was supposed to be held Friday, but Ayala has hired a private attorney who could not be in court until next week. So she has a private attorney. Apart from confirming that she understood what the judge was telling her Friday, Ayala did not speak. She acknowledged several family members in the courtroom who declined comment after the hearing. Ayala previously told police she was responsible for the assault and that she used a sharp file from a pair of nail clippers, according to the affidavit of probable cause. After the stabbing, Torres took the clippers from Ayala, she told police. After the stabbing, he took the clippers. Police searched the area but could not locate the item. That sounds like a lie then. Ayala told investigators that she only wanted to scare the victim and did not intend to harm him. Come on. Torres was initially hospitalized in critical condition, and Ayala was charged with second-degree aggravated assault and weapons offenses. After Torres died in the hospital Monday morning, she was charged with first-degree murder. She remains housed in Cumberland County Jail pending her hearing next week. Deputy Public Defender Michael Ortiz represented Ayala during Friday's hearing. Here's another picture. Hang on. Why are the pictures going over here? Driving me crazy. Oh, and remind me, I have the picture of Tony Todt screaming in pain. So that's her there. So let me just see if anybody has any questions about this before we move on to either Alabama or Utah. I wonder if there's past domestic violence. We'll find out, I'm sure. Femoral artery in the leg, maybe. So she went for the jugular. Whatever. Peggy Sue says, I sent you an email about a mother hiding her son in a crawl space. Hiding him in a crawl space, sorry? Okay, I'll get it right after we do these two other little thingies. Do you want to go to Alabama or Utah? She sure has thick hair. And how did she do that in jail? Hey, Cab 7, how are you? Good morning, Mommy Ramblings. Love and peace. Love and peace to you too, Cab. You know, I looked at your nature videos. You live it looks very much like where I live. Looks like I go to homes. I don't know if you're like Pennsylvania. I'm on the border of Pennsylvania and New York. So I go to Honesdale and Scranton all the time, but your woods look very much like my woods. Thank you. So you want to go to Alabama, Utah? You want to go to Utah? Okay. Oh, and remind me, because I have something. Okay, let me see. All right, let's go to Utah. Remember the hang on. Let me get. So. And where did I put my. Hang on, I have to go get this in here again. Thank you, What Big Eyes. Okay, so this is the Haney family. That was that family we, hang on, let me get the picture. Very sad story. You know, I don't know whether it's January cabin fever or something. This is the family from Utah that, remember we looked at we saw the house, but nobody knew who was who in there. Okay, so 7 members of the Haney family of Grantsville, Utah, on January 17th, and by nightfall there were only 3, and one of those, a teenager, stood accused of shooting 3 juvenile siblings and his mother to death. It was a horrific tragedy. The Haney family, who appeared to be close and positive on Facebook, frequently posted group pictures and religious passages. They are described by those who knew them as kind and giving and a well-loved family in the area. The tragedy has rallied the community behind the surviving members, the father, who was also wounded, and another son who wasn't home at the time, was not harmed. The family was beloved to a large number of supporters in the community. The greatest gift our parents gave us was each other, the surviving sibling wrote on Instagram with a picture of his brothers and sisters a couple of years ago. A fundraiser has already raised more than $58,000 on Facebook by January 19th. You can donate to help the surviving Haney family members here. Hold on, I will. Let me see here. Oh yeah, I'll take the link in case anybody wants that. This is absolutely heartbreaking. Please help if you're able, a woman wrote on the page. A candlelight vigil is planned for the Haney family on January 20th. So the teenager was accused of shooting 5 family members, 4 fatally, including inside the residence in Salt Lake City. The father was shot, but then he was rushed to the hospital where he is recovering. Police have not named the suspect in what is one of Utah's worst mass shootings in years because he is a juvenile. They now have named the victims as Consuelo Alejandra Haney, 52, Alexis Haney, 15, Matthew Haney, 14, Malin Haney, 12. The father, Colin Haney, 50, has been released from the hospital. Earlier, 2 different family members, a son and a cousin, posted publicly about the January 17th tragedy on social media. More than 1,300 people have already contributed to the fundraising effort to help their surviving family members. Okay, so let's see. Family photos posted to Facebook show a large, seemingly tight-knit family. Danny wasn't harmed or present during the attack. The 5th shooting victim, the father, was taken to the hospital. On Saturday, police spokesperson Rhonda Fields told the Associated Press, "We're trying to make certain that we verify people's relationships among the deceased and the survivor. As for motive, we don't have any of that." So here's another, hang on. Another photo of the family. So they were remembered as showing by example how to serve and love others. The family was beloved in many circles. A man who shared the fundraiser page on Facebook wrote, "The Haney family lived just a couple of doors down from where I grew up in Grantsville, and we're very close to our family. This tragic event has really affected my family for multiple reasons. They have always been so kind and giving to us, always showing us by example how to serve and love your neighbors and friends." The public information officer arrived and discovered 4 deceased persons. A juvenile male is accused of 4 counts of aggravated murder and 1 count of attempted aggravated murder, and she would not release his age. The suspect's identity won't be released until formal charges are made. There are 5 members of the same family, she said, a mother and 3 children who were found deceased inside the home. She said the suspect has refused to speak with investigators and is part of the same family. So Danny Haney was the son that was not home. And so Danny Haney, the son, says on Facebook that he is 24 and he studies at UVU. One photo on Facebook reads, "Welcome Elder Haney, returned with honor." He also wrote about his family tragedy on Twitter, writing, "Not looking forward to people using this to try and push their political agendas, especially when they don't have all the true facts." He added, "Always keep your loved ones close to you, my friends. Always let them know that you love them, even if it seems redundant. You never know when your last interaction with someone might be your last. Thank you for all the love and support. Please keep my dad in your prayers and thoughts." And he actually found out through the news and social media first. He did not get the official word until hours later. So very sad situation. So prayers for their father and remaining family members and everybody that's dealing with that. That's really sad. Okay, so I'll give you, if anybody wants to look at the whatchamacallit, the fundraiser, just in case here. Okay. And Cloudberry? Where's that, Cloudberry? Where's that? Where's normal? There's no normal here, Cloudberry. Far from normal. Okay. Then the dad suicided? Oh, you're talking about somebody else, just in casers? Okay, now to the Alabama case, and then we'll look at Sari's case. Hang on. See, now you wish we would have talked about Paris Hilton longer. Okay. Let me just get this here. Okay. So we've got 3 people arrested here. Scary. Where is that coming from? My computer's taking off.
In the home. News and Eyes.
Okay, that was scary. So 3 people have been arrested in a child abuse investigation after Lee County authorities say the children were locked in cages. According to the Lee County Sheriff's Office, now this happened on, let me see, the 15th of January. The Human Resources personnel conducted a welfare check at a home, the 5000 block of Lee Road, 246 Smith Station. There they found 4 children ages 3, 4, 10, and 11. They also found 2 wood constructed cages with hasps and locks. An investigator revealed the children had been locked in the cages multiple times. On Wednesday, authorities arrested 66-year-old Pamela Dolores Bond, 69-year-old James H. Bond, and 30-year-old Kyla Michelle Mann. All 3 are charged with 2 counts of aggravated child abuse of a child less than 6 years old and 2 counts of reckless endangerment. Pamela Bond is also charged with tampering with physical evidence. And this is what they were actually cribs that they put tops on with locks there. Okay. So they're being held on bonds of $122,000 each, and Pamela $123,000 each. The suspects are related. Investigators also discovered a 5th child, an 8-month-old, lived at the home but was not present during the welfare check. All of the children have been removed from the home, and they are in the care of the Lee County Department of Human Resources. Anyone with information about this case is asked to contact the Lee County Sheriff's Office at 334-749-5651 or the Lee County Crime Stoppers at 1-888-522-7847. So, sad case, but at least the kids are all alive, and hopefully they will never know a situation like that again. So that now, sorry, I'll go check yours. So, Alabama, Sharon, yep. Mm-hmm. I would imagine that that's their daughter, right? And I don't know if she's the mother of all of the children or what. No, this is Alabama. It might be they could just be a similar name county, but this is Alabama. Severs is Florida. Oh, I did say it. Didn't I say what part of Alabama? Hold on. Lee County, Alabama. Yeah, Lee County is what I see. Okay, so let me go to Sari's email now. Oh, and hold on one second. Oops. Okay, so Jeannie said she's doing very well with the funds that she needs to get her kids out of foster care. I think she said she was up to $510 of the $800 that she needs. So, you know, she is going to pay it back as soon as she gets her check back from her income tax in the first of March, the first week or so of March. She said to please tell everyone to please leave their YouTube names in the PayPal message so she will know who the money came from so she can get it back to you. Some people have, but not everyone did. And I don't know everyone's real names. I don't know who to thank for some. Thanks and love you. So if you want to put your PayPal in there again, Jeannie, she just needs, she's just $290 short. So hopefully we can get her there. All right. Now where was I? Okay, sorry. So this is a Missouri woman who kidnapped her 6-year-old son for 5 months and hid him in a nailed shut attic crawl space amid a custody battle. Hold on a second. Is given probation. Aubrey Ferguson, 31, of Richland, was sentenced Wednesday for child abduction, having pleaded guilty to the charge back in November. Her son, Braden Jones, was reported missing by his father, Ryan, who had custody of the boy back in August of 2018. Ryan Jones told prosecutors he had gone back to pick up his son from Ferguson's home after a week-long visit on August 3rd, but arrived to find no one home. Ferguson sent him text messages telling him Braden's was safe, but then refused to reveal where they were staying. An agonizing 5 months would pass before U.S. Marshals eventually found Braden's on January 8th, 2019. The 6-year-old was discovered in an attic crawl space that had been nailed shut, covered with carpet, and had furniture pushed up against it. A Missouri woman who kept her 6-year-old hidden in a nailed-shut attic during a custody dispute with the boy's father has been sentenced to 5 years probation, court documents show. Wait, is the boy alive, sorry? What? Aubrey Ferguson, 31, of Richland, was sentenced Wednesday for child abduction, having pleaded. How did she keep him alive? She just took that and then just gave him something and then closed it all back up again? Her son, Braden Jones, was reported missing by his father in August of 2018. I remember, I thought that it was Colorado where there was a boy missing, right? It's not this case, I don't think. Ryan Jones told prosecutors how he'd gone to pick up his son from Ferguson's home on August 3rd. Ferguson sent him text messages telling him Braden's was safe, but refused to reveal where they were staying. Hold on, here's a picture. He's, I guess, everything. Law enforcement agencies responded to numerous sightings, but attempts to locate the child and his mother were unsuccessful. Surveillance footage and pings from Ferguson's phone indicated that she was with her boyfriend, Woodrow Ziegler, 41, a convicted felon and drug user, who was court-ordered to stay away from Braden's. Police say the pair were moving around the area in order to evade capture. An arrest warrant was put out for Ferguson in November of 2018, nearly 3 months after the boy was first reported missing. Ziegler's involvement in the case prompted the Missouri State Highway Patrol to issue an endangered persons advisory for the boy. An agonizing 5 months would pass before U.S. Marshals eventually found the little boy on January 8th, 2019. The then 6-year-old was discovered in an attic crawl space, along with his mother, at a residence in rural Laclede County, where Ferguson and Ziegler had been living together. Ziegler had nailed the entrance of the crawl space shut, covered it with carpet, and pushed furniture against it before officers arrived with a search warrant after receiving a tip. Oh, so he was just hidden that day, to the boy, that the boy was inside. So this was, hang on, this was, I guess, what they put out when they were missing. Ferguson, 30, was charged with felony child abduction as part of her sentencing, and she has been ordered to have no contact with Bradens until the end of her probation period, and ordered to pay undisclosed damages to pay. They must be pay. They have a typo there. Pay undisclosed damages to Ryan Jones after he lost his job during Braden's disappearance. Prosecutors, meanwhile, charged Ziegler with hindering the prosecution of a felony which is still pending. The boy was reunited with Ryan Jones shortly after their arrest. The relieved father's girlfriend, Brianne Marie Dominguez, posted a series of Facebook updates documenting their emotional reunion. Our little boy is home. God is so good. Thank you for all the prayers shared, phone calls, and etc. We don't know how to thank everyone enough. Our hearts are so full of joy at the moment. Just thank you, everyone. One post read at a time. He seems to be physically okay, but since his abduction, the mother hasn't allowed him to go to school and more than likely has not taken him to a doctor. I'm just trying to get another picture up for you here. If he needed a doctor. We are hoping to help his father find counseling for him. In an updated post on January 8th, Brianne took the time to thank the Camden County Sheriff's Office and the Laclede County prosecutors for fighting so hard for our baby. You will always hold a special place in our hearts, and we will be forever thankful, she wrote on Facebook before expressing disappointment at Ferguson's sentence. We knew walking in today she could be looking at a 5-year sentence of probation. Did we hope for jail time? Yes, but the judge made his decision. We understand this may be upsetting. It's very upsetting to us. But at the end of the day, we have our baby. She can't hurt him anymore. Bradens is a very happy, healthy child. So thank goodness they have a good ending there. Okay, and let me go back to the chat. Why is she not in jail? She should be serving time. Bleep, bleep, bleepity bleep. Yeah, I don't get it. So sorry that happened to you. They are great foster moms out there. Missouri is very lenient on mothers. Oh, thank you, Carla. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you. I think I asked somebody to remind me of something the other day and they never did. No, that was today in a meeting. Okay. All right. Let me get Tony. Oh, I hope I didn't close Tony. No, I know I have Tony. I saved Tony. I'm sure I did. Hang on. Hang on. Come on. You know how someone said, I thought it was really funny. Somebody said, oh, we should do cold cases. And I said, well, after we finish those games, there's a podcast that got really popular. And what they did was they had such a following that they started giving the podcast followers cold cases to solve, and they solved one. And now they're going to give them more. And they said they had like a cult following because it's growing so fast. But now they're such good web sleuths that they're giving them cases to solve. And that's exactly what someone asked yesterday. And I said, well, you could start with the Gilgo Beach. Okay, so this was from the news lady. Whoopsie. Let me see if you could see this. See, I don't know if you could see that. Can you see him? He's like clutching. Well, he's not clutching because he can't clutch his belly, but he looks like he's in freaking pain. Okay? That's from Lauren Seabrook from WFTV News. That was you, Kristen. I thought it was Kristen. I was going to say it's Kristen. We totally could do that. We totally could. Okay. So, see, he looks like he's, I don't know. It looks like pain. I thought he was clutching, but I don't know. He just looked like he was in pain. All right. He had a lot of Benadryl. I don't know. Okay. That would be fun. So, let's do this. I don't know, Carla. He took a bunch of Benadryl, and I don't know why. Like, why is this like so? What is going on with everything? Is all messed up. Why is the screen so? I don't know why the screen is all like. Okay, I don't know. Very bizarre. Could we also consider, yeah, we could consider, of course. Yeah, they actually found the killer. They found the killer of someone from like years ago. It's crazy. They said there were like so many tips coming in from these people watching the podcast, and they did it through a Facebook group, right? Well, we have Slack, but they just said it was incredible. To have his hand, maybe, I don't know, Mrs. Roger, maybe, right? Benadryl can cause delirium if you take too much. Wayne's Girl just joined. What's the topic, guys? Guys, what's the topic? Wayne's Girl. Wayne's Girl just joined. Oh, I don't remember. It's I have to look it up. I saw it recently. I saw it as I was going through stuff for tonight, and I just said, oh, that's so weird. Somebody just asked about this. It said the podcast had like a cult following. And it was a podcast that was done by like a retired investigator or something, and he would talk about cases that he worked. And then he brought out this cold case, and he's like, I have this cold case. Do you think you guys can help me? And then they found the killer of this person, like after like 20 years or something. And now they're going to do another one. Yeah, right? Bring about some justice with our sleuthing. The lasagna discussion is all done. No more lasagna. That was a true crime. Does kombucha keep you awake? I don't know. I mean, it can be energizing. It doesn't have any effect on me, but 10 cups of coffee doesn't have any effect on me. So I'm not the best one to ask. Sorry, I'm just not. Hold on, I'll find the name of the podcast. I'll try to find it. Hold on. Hang on. Okay, I found it. All right, former Livingston Parish deputies find cult following in true crime podcast detailing local cases. pair of former Livingston Parish sheriff's detectives have found their own niche in the niche market of true crime podcasts. The genre is one saturated with stories from reporters and professional podcasters, but rarely from detectives themselves. Woody Overton and Jim Rothman started the Real Life, Real Crime. It's Real Life, Real Crime podcast last year. Each show opens with a reading of the Miranda rights, and what follows are details from crime scenes themselves and information learned directly from perpetrators and victims. The pair have decades of law enforcement experience in Louisiana. The show is nearing 1 million downloads, has a 5-star rating in the Apple Podcast Store, and has more than 12,000 lifers in a private Facebook group. I don't think we ever expected it to get this big. We just didn't know, Rothman said. Podcasts weren't something we knew much about, but once it caught on, we loved it too. Neither Rothman or Overton works in law enforcement directly anymore, and though they do consulting and provide expert testimony in the law enforcement field, they're not bound by any law enforcement protocols when they discuss or analyze the cases they present on each episode. When I was a detective, I could be working in armed robbery and have 15 other cases coming across my desk that day, Rothman said. You may be fielding calls for a burglary a month ago while you're telling a family member about their homicide case, whereas here we can really focus on one case and pick and choose what we work on. While Overton still lives in Louisiana, Rothman is based in Orlando, Florida, making the podcasting schedule and technical elements sometimes difficult. There can be lags or poor audio quality. Neither has the expertise to deal with. We know how that is, right? But at times fans have sent in tips on how to improve the sound and suggest tweaks that they can make in production. They both see the loyal and strong fandom as one that is almost part of the production itself, and in some ways it has been. Through many of the episodes that surround Livingston Parish crimes, Overton and Rothman work themselves. Last fall, they took a deep dive into the case of Courtney Coco, a 19-year-old from Alexandria who was last seen in Louisiana on a night in 2004 with friends, who was found dead in an abandoned building near Houston days later. The case was worked by Louisiana and Texas authorities. I just heard that name, Courtney Coco. After weeks of poring over case files and following up on tips from podcast listeners, the two believe they found the killer and have presented the case to local authorities. Tips from fans spread like wildfire, and we had hundreds and hundreds of them. You hear this, Potter? Overton said, I think for almost 7 weeks straight, that's all Jim and I did was follow those, and we solved it. And it was all by using the fans. An Alexandria Police Department spokesperson did not directly confirm last week that the agency had received case files from Rothman or Overton, but said investigators were aware of the podcast and had been following up on the case with the Rapides Parish DA's office. Since the Courtney Coco series, both Rothman and Overton say they've received hundreds of requests from across the country from desperate families, hoping the pair can bring justice in their own loved ones' cases. The next long-term project will explore a Livingston Parish cold case killing, though they haven't announced the details. You know why? Because somebody else will take it. Okay. They hope to use the same crowdsourcing model from the Coco case to determine a suspect. It can be emotionally draining, but that's okay, because you've got to put everything you've got into it, Rothman said. The reason Woody and I work so well is Woody is great at going out and talking with someone and getting information, whereas I'm good at taking the files and reading them one side to the other. Every time a new tip comes in, you get excited, but this could be the one tip that's going to solve the case for you. The two will soon start a series of live podcast events in Livingston Parish and Baton Rouge. The first will be Friday and Saturday at Livingston Parish Literacy and Technology Center. Tickets were sold out within hours. Okay, another larger event is set for February 15th at the Basin Music Hall in Baton Rouge. Both events will be formatted like a podcast episode, talking about a case they hadn't yet detailed in Real Life, Real Crime. With questions and input from audience members, they hope that if the podcast success keeps growing, that they can take it on full time and will have the freedom to travel and work cases from the growing list of requests they've received from across the country. We're growing almost 100 people a day on some in the Facebook group, Overton said. The true crime fans are fanatics. I mean, I didn't know there was that big of a base for it because evidently nobody else out there is doing what we do, but we love it. Tickets for the live event in Baton Rouge can be purchased through the podcast website, realliferealcrime.com. Okay. So yeah, I mean, yeah, we could do that too. I'm just trying to read your chats here. I'm sorry, but I must get up earlier tomorrow. Really, Donna? Okay, all right. Sounds like okay. Night, Donna. We have a local cold case we've heard just might have been solved, Danette says. We are told to get ready for what we are about to hear. A girl has appeared right by me. I was out walking that night. Podcast case too? Yeah? You know, there was this guy, like somebody must have heard something, and it was getting disappointing because he was taking on all these cold cases and he wasn't solving anything. And then there was one that I was like really into, right? Because he's like doing them. And then it just like stopped. Remember the one, did you ever listen to the one where the guy got the bomb in Canada? The flashlight bomb? Anybody remember that one? And I was like, wait, you're just going to leave us at episode 4 and there's no more? And then he did another one like of a missing woman, a missing child that went missing at a lake in Canada. And that never had any solving. Nothing. And then he solved one. There was one that he solved. And I guess if you're not going to know if you solve it or not, but it was just, it was weird. It was like, do you remember the first Serial podcast? And she was going and going and going with it, and they made a parody on Saturday Night Live because everybody was like really, really into it. And at the end, there wasn't this like thing to wrap it all together. And so they put her in this thing in Saturday Night Live, and she's like, I didn't know it was going to go like that. I don't have any because it's not TV, you know, it's like, you get what you get. But, yeah, and there's no way to know. But then he finally solved the one case down there. But I really wanted to hear the rest of that one with the bomb because that was like crazy. Like this TV series Lost. It's Apple Snapple. Oh, I already got that case. Janelle, when did he tell you that? About the case? We got that in the beginning. Sorry, that needs to be dealt with. What needs to be dealt with, sorry? You just told us that guy before. That's lame. Oh, I did. What has to be dealt with sorry? Jeannie, did you get your PayPal address in there? What? You're a group of moms trying to find the other killers of Angie Hausman 26 years ago. tortured for 9 days and killed. How you doing on it? Where do you do that? On Facebook? Where are you trying to solve that? Hi, Humpty Dumpty. UFO Norway, hello there. Oh, bye, Frilly Farmhouse. See you later. Oh, there's Jeannie's PayPal. You just have to you don't leave the space before the @ sign. Okay? So if you're sending something to PayPal for Jeannie because she needs to raise $800 to get her kids out of foster care, and she's already raised $510, so you take care, take off that space. And she's going to pay back the stuff. So just leave your PayPal, in your PayPal message, leave your username so she knows who you are. Okay, so you love this chat. I heard that MRV had great people. I believe it now. Cheers, guys. Cheers, Wayne. Girl. No web sleuthing online and meeting suspects in person. Did you see that? Sky is dancing for you. Okay, so what am I saying? What's up? So I'm going to send Ron an email. I have a way he thinks is a great idea. About 1 sub for people. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to read what you wrote, Candace. I'm going to send Ron an email. I have a way he thinks is a great idea. About 1 sub for people being swatted. So we can stay in loop and form other things needed. I'm not following you, Candace. What's up, Candace? Hi, Baxter. Hi, Diana. What's up, Candace? I don't get that. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Lady Hawk. PA Mustard is happy to have only 1 guy. They made a CODIS match, but now there were more than him. It was horrific. Good night, Janelle. It's not over yet. You don't know if it's going to continue to be great. Something could happen. Let's hope not. Hi. Oh, Paris did not boil the water. She's back in the chat. She's talking about the Paris Hilton lasagna, which, oddly enough, I do feel hungry for lasagna, even though it looked atrocious. Okay. Now, let me go and see, just in casers. Let me go see. I'm in the mail now. I can't see the chat. Remember that. Oh, that rhymes. Yeah, I've already gotten to Ryan. Oh, let me see. Yep, I got, no, and Brian's got another one. Hold on. on, I just have to answer something. Okay. Now, let's see here. Oops. Okay. So, hold on a sec. Let me see what this is. Okay, now, let me see if sorry, I had to answer some things about some important stuff. And Peggy, okay, I'll get back to you on that. Okay, and Udar. Good. Okay, sorry, I had to, get back there. Now my text is going off. Let me see. Oh, that's probably the emails that I'm sending out. Hi, Sunflower. Hey, Lisa H. 1 hour. Oh, what? To what? 3:33? Let me see. Okay. The problems. Okay, so now, so what were you saying there? I missed that. Okay, I know I asked you something and then I had to leave the room. Hi, Anna. Sorry you're late. It's okay. Better late than never. Hi, Malfi Gal. Just came in. When was that? Ayala. Hi, Emily. So, let's see. People that are dealing with what you just went to need to stick together. Oh, we are. Yeah, Candace, absolutely. Yeah, we're believe me, this is not going to be let go. Not at all. Not by any party involved, including the police. This is not dropped until we get, which is another thing that I thought, because we're doing a tremendous amount of work on covering what's going on here. So there may be ways to help with that, because there's a lot of pieces to this puzzle, but they are coming together. And I've just had to put in foil for the calls and things, and so, yeah. So let's see now. You hope to attend one of their... Oh, you're in Louisiana. Yeah, that'd be good. Okay, so... keep it real and you'll be okay. What's happening? You're talking about forming a one sub. I don't know what you mean a one. What is a one sub? A one sub. Candace, what is, I'm not sure what a one sub is. What is a one sub? Oh, Evelyn texted me today, yeah. But she didn't say anything about her son. Evelyn, how's your son doing? She texted me today. Yeah, Evelyn, I hope your son is doing well. Dreaming, what happened? What happened to dreaming? You had a woman and her man, part of the reborn, that threatened to drive cross-country to hurt you? In the doll community? I heard some of them can be nasty, aren't they? Why? They make dolls. Why are they nasty? I had a woman and a man, part of the reborn doll community, that threatened to drive cross-country to hurt me and your hubby. You had to stop your videos? Now, after a year, you started back. Why would she want to do that, dreaming? I don't get it. What? Why? Did you had to stop? She threatened to drive. Do you know who she was? She was wanting her sub, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure what that means, one sub. What goes around comes around. They'll see their day in court. Yeah, prison, too. You're right, Deborah. We'll get them. No, Evelyn, but she texted me today something that wasn't about that, but Evelyn, I hope he's fine. A YouTube account? Oh, I'm trying to figure out what you mean. Make a YouTube account, you mean about swatting, Candace? Is that what you're talking about? A YouTube account... I don't know. Maybe you could email me because I don't get how that would work. Okay. Okay. Long story short, she is mental. Oh, you didn't say short. Long story, she's mental. They usually are, these kinds of people, right? I just started back. Yes, I know. An account for us all dealing with swatters. The reborn community is full of drama. A lot of it going on right now. Boy, if you only knew someone was swatted in that community, you're in Denham Springs, like 2 miles from Baton Rouge. You got here, I watched Paris. Think she's a hoot, and only Paris could pull this off. Yeah, it was, it was like a train wreck that I couldn't turn away from. I would not want to talk to her all day. Oh, no time. She wants to own a person. They normally do. They normally do. She has had trouble with many, but I was so scared. Huh. I think she means one account for everyone that's been squatted to provide info in. I don't know. I'm very confused, April. Prayers for those that need it. Absolutely, Wayne's girl. It's all out of jealousy. If she hears about this swatting, she will have it done to me. Seriously? Crazy. Even the doll community, Two Scooter says. Carolyn, I've watched the intelligence video you put up. Very interesting. I left a comment. This is scary, Diana, because I don't know what you're talking about. The intelligence video? Did someone hack my account? What video? When did I put it up, Diana? I know one YouTuber who has been swatted over 30 times. Are you talking about Cab 7? Because he was here before. Cab 7 was here before, and he was on the show on Friday night. He was on the panel. Nice guy. You're very courageous to endure all that. How could you give up? They win. How could you let these evil people win? I'm not stopping until they're in prison. You mean that SWAT video? She has no shame and is a very sick lady. Again, yeah, dreaming. It's what it is. They are sick, mentally ill. Most, I can't say everyone is. Some are just maybe evil. I don't know. I think a lot of mental problems. You mean the SWAT? Did Diana answer me? Hi, Nurse Nana Patty. What does that mean, truthful? What does that mean, Nana? Oh, probably the truth video? Is it the truth video, Diana? Oh, okay, wait a minute. Who is it, Cab 7, Diana? I'm so lost, Diana. Report them, yeah, everybody's just got to have a zero tolerance. And it's really important that you have a zero tolerance. If you want it to stop. If you don't want it to stop, then don't have a zero tolerance, you know what I mean? But I will not align myself with any creator, and I don't care, that attacks another creator or another sub. You know what I'm talking about, like these just personal attacks. It's not going to happen because that's why these things happen. That's all part of why what happened to me happened to me. Hate mongering, hate mongering, hate mongering. Cav 7 thinks a lot of people with money donated. Yes, Cav 7 helps a lot of people with money donated and has a lot of love for people. Yes, he does. He has a contest going on now, right? I think it might have ended, where they were giving away $500 to 5 different families. You like Cap 7, yeah. Or talks about children in a negative way. Sick, of course, yeah. Or bashes anybody, bashes victims. That's not going to fly, because then you're not really looking to be kind and change things. Yes, Liz, you have to have a thick skin, but you also have to have a zero tolerance on bullying. You have to, okay? You don't see Nancy Grace going on her show and night after night ripping apart, someone else. It doesn't happen. She's concentrating on the content she's bringing. If she's ripping apart anyway, it's going to be the person that murdered whoever she's talking about, okay? It wouldn't be tolerated in any other venue. You wouldn't have, someone on Dateline allowed to rip apart the host of 48 Hours. You can't. It's a zero tolerance. You can't. That's it. There's no excuse for it ever. Some creators say if it's a troll, it's okay. Just get rid of the troll. Just get rid of the troll. We have talked about having like a universal troll list. And if everybody blocks, like if all these creators that band together Again, I will not allowing myself with any of that, do any of this hate stuff, but the ones that band together, if we all block the same people causing trouble, they're essentially locked out. And if we can get it passed about the verified accounts, they're not going to be coming back in. Couldn't agree more, Carolyn. Zero tolerance is the only way. YouTube cannot be right. Absolutely. If we are on a chat and see something like Jennifer, oh yeah, well, Jennifer, like now, when Jennifer would be gone, see, that's what we talked about. It's going to be like immediately, like when Jennifer came in and she was all like, you're stupid and you're doing everything wrong. It's just going to be like gone. No talking to her, gone. Because that's not a difference of opinion. If she came in and she said, excuse me, I'd like to ask you a question about your last video. I think there might be something, did you make a mistake on the address and then sing the mistake song from Sesame Street and then you corrected it? Then it's fine. But if you just come in here and you've never been here before and you just come in here like ready to fight, ready to rumble, we don't need that. It's not a difference of opinion, is not a troll. Okay, somebody can have a difference of opinion, but you have to be, cordial in how you voice that. If you get belligerent, if you get abusive, you're gone. If you're under the influence of drugs or alcohol, you're gone. That's just the way it has to be. They need to be reminded what the word social means. A lot of seem to have forgotten. Yeah, I think a lot just think like their behavior, they can act any way they want. One strike, you're out. Yeah. See, and then Jennifer would have never gotten on, and that was it. And knowing and understanding the triggers, dog wasn't gaslighting. Once you know that, and you can catch it right away. Right. We do, Tammy. That's what we talked about the other night. That's it. There's zero tolerance in here. If you're in doubt, just block. Don't even consult the room. Yeah, I will. I definitely will. That's what I try to explain on Friday. I just have to because all they do, even if you try to give them the benefit of the doubt, they always come through and just cause trouble. So. Right. It'd be nice to be gone. And I mean, they can say something. I'm not like if they say, hey, I think you got something wrong there. It's fine. As long as you say it like that. Hey, I think you got some, not like you're stupid. Everything you post is so ignorant. That's not the way you come in to to someone's chat. So it's crazy. It's horrible people who bend social norms in real life, so YouTube turns into the Wild West. Yeah, YouTube is totally the Wild West. Our channel was reacting to your SWAT call and was recognizing the trolls at the time. Yeah, was recognizing the trolls in your chat at the time. Yes, absolutely. It was funny, the good Jennifer woke to Carolyn saying, Jennifer, I know, right? And it would have been so lovely just to go out with our Jennifer laughing and giggling and, and then say, so we just have to trust our gut. You know what, Judy, I say? Never drink in live. Don't drink in live. It's not a good, that's why you don't see, it's just, I don't know. That's the difference, though. I don't know how to say it. That doesn't happen, like, whatever, in most kinds of shows. If some people want to be taken seriously like that, if they want to have a true crime show or something, you're not usually guzzling down alcohol while you're on there because, I don't know, it's just, it probably is not a good combination. On your tiny channel, you block anyone that doesn't come with love. That's a good idea, UFO Norway. It is, because you can come in, you can have a different opinion, just don't get nasty. Hey, choking on ashes. Here's the really bad thing, okay? You never know who could be listening to you, right? And so let's just say someone's listening to you, you're a creator, someone's listening and listening to you, and they develop, like, oh, that's my favorite creator. I really like that creator, whether it's a guy or a gal or whatever. And then that creator goes on about another creator, or let's say a sub, let's say even, like a regular subscriber, okay? One that's known around, like, say, the community that you're in, okay? And just badgers the hell out of the sub, calls them names. Get out of here, you're so stupid. Why would you say something like that? You're a freaking idiot. You're an idiot, right? Okay, you do that to the sub all the time. Now the sub says, okay, then you do it again. So now there's like all this hate directed at the sub. So someone that likes that creator is going to say like, well, that creator doesn't like that sub, and that sub bothers the creator that I like. So what if you have an unhinged person, right? That is like, you know what? And I'm just going to pick a name like Pendleton Brown. You know how I could really do something good for Pendleton Brown, who I love, and he's my favorite creator ever? I'm going to take that sub out because I found out I live near that sub. I'm just going to take him out, hit him with my car, leave him for dead. And then Pendleton's not going to have to deal with that sub anymore. How do you know you don't have somebody that's listening that would do something like that? The point is you don't know that, okay? The same thing is true with a creator. So if there's a creator, Pendleton Brown, and every day I came on here and I'm like, that Pendleton Brown? Oh, I hate that Pendleton Brown. I wish that Pendleton Brown would get off of here. And I make up lies and I make up stories, and every day I talk about Pendleton Brown, right? And then you're like, you know what? Poor Carolyn, she can't take that Pendleton Brown. He does the really nasty stuff to her. I'm going to go run him over with my car and leave him for dead. You don't know. So that's what happens. You don't know who you're reaching, and you have to understand that somebody could do something really, really bad. And you'd have a hand in that. If they come for you or a subscriber, would you say? If they come for you or a subscriber. Many unhinged people out there. There are. So what you have to do, like if everybody would do that, but if somebody, and then somebody will say, but what if somebody's really harassing me? If somebody's really harassing you and it's a sub, then they can't come in. And then you have to go to the law. That's what you have to go to, the law. You have to call the police. So okay. Oh, but Carolyn, what if there's a sub coming in and, well, believe me, I have experience with that. Yes. You have to take it to law enforcement. Sitting here screaming at the sub is not going to take care of it. You have to take legal action. Same thing with a creator. If you have a creator that's slandering and harassing you, you don't have to bring it to your live stream. Take legal action. And that's it. Take legal action. What about Sunny? What are you saying about Sunny? Good morning, Countess. Hope you're climbing the ladder of recovery. Is that the ladder that I'm climbing? I thought I was climbing the ladder to get my stuff out of the top cabinet. I still believe that as the culpable knows so many details, it is not somebody unknown. You're still recovering from yours? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you okay. Yeah, I mean, I know that all the hate that was thrown at me created the situation. And so you can't have it. Thank you, Diana. Just go legal route. It doesn't mean you have to take it. It doesn't mean you have to put up with it. But nothing's gonna. Yeah. Just go legal route. Legal. She was the other Disney girl that was called. She was the other Disney girl that called. The other Disney girl. Oh no. That's Sammy. But Sammy's a regular. That the Jennifer was not. I try to stay neutral with everyone. I hate drama. Yeah. So you're watching and you have no idea what they're talking about. Who's watching and you have no idea what they're talking about? I love your black cat. Oh, you had one like that growing up? In the 50s? Really? Yeah, I got that from a blog. The Kit Kat clock, that's an original Kit Kat clock, not a knockoff. They sent that to me. I think they're out in California. They sent that to me for my blog. I made a blog post about it, so they sent me the clock. I love that clock. Because he's always watching me. But he's watching me in a good way, like I got everything covered. He's like, he's got everything covered. His eyes are like he never takes a rest unless his battery gets low. But it's nice because whenever I look around the kitchen, he's watching me. And he's watching like down the hall that way. He's watching like crazy. Montana sky. What, Lisa? Oh, you have no idea what they're talking about? Have no idea what they are talking. Oh, I don't know what they're talking about. I'm sorry, I haven't. I've been rambling on here and not really watching the chat. Sorry. You have a zero tolerance for all of it. Now watch closely now. Yeah, and like as subscribers, I mean, like Duty Ron, right? Duty Ron will walk out of a chat if a chat gets. But he'll make an announcement that shows he doesn't approve. He just doesn't walk out. He will say something to the effect, he'll be very polite, but he will say, I don't agree with what is going on here, and I need to leave. He says something along those lines. I'm going to, paraphrasing, but he says something along those lines, and he won't stay. What was that? That sounded like, what was that? That's a mess. Well, that was weird. Oh, it must be one of my kids' phones. That is weird. That reminds me of Christmas. I think there was like a Christmas thing with that. Sorry if I missed your comment, Maui. Oh, Maui's here? Where's Maui? Oh, my wee little phone screen. Okay, choking on ashes. Bye-bye. But yeah, I mean, if we all did that, then yeah. It's a cell phone. Then, I mean, that's it. Then somebody gets a message. Judy Ron is amazing. He stuck up for me before about a topic that he and I have differences of opinions, but he didn't put up with someone being nasty to me. Right. Absolutely soul for music. And I've seen him on different occasions walk out of a chat. He said, I'm sorry. I do not tolerate that. I can't tolerate this kind of chat. Duty Ron is so tolerant, though, and always gives everyone the benefit of the doubt until proven otherwise. That is why so much respect. That's so much. Yeah, absolutely, Stephanie. Good night, Sunflower Brown. Good night, Sun. Oh, there's Maui Chickadee. Hi, Maui Chickadee. Fotis and Todt. It's like I'm sitting on edge. Oh, I know, right? I know, Carpe Diem, but it's going to be, you'll probably get something in Fotis Dulos when the lawyer cracks before the other one, because I think it's going to be a long time like it was with Michael Jones. Hi, April Sunset, how are you? That motivates you and truthful, yeah. It's lovely to come here among friends and feel safe. Right, absolutely. We could do so many positive things. Like someone said, solve the cold cases, or like, I mean, no energy for drama. Yeah, I know. I'm horrified too. I mean, that's what's fueling me, that believe me, I will not stop until we have them. Hi, CIA Mama. I think the lawyer will crack first. I do, because if he's still in jail, he doesn't look like, a fight, like, I don't know, like he could take care of himself in jail. I don't know. That's good, Kevin. It would be awesome to solve a cold case. It would. Oh, we have decoupage on Friday. Great. Don't forget your decoupage on Friday with Lisa and all of us. Who's going to do decoupage? You've got to put it in the craft group. I'm doing decoupage. Is anybody else here going to do the decoupage live with us on Friday? Who's going to do decoupage? You don't need many things, just some glass jars. I haven't been to a Dollar Tree store since before Christmas. But I might go to get some different kind of glassy containers. I don't know. We'll see. I have everything, though. Get other eye better. Oh, you're formerly Earth Angel? Oh, this is crazy. I'm going to have to know all these names. I'm going to need like a cheat sheet. Hi, Auntie Cuckoo. You going to do decoupage with us? From the Dollar Tree? Friday night. It wouldn't be Friday night for you. It would be Friday, well, evening. Would it be helpful if we sent you any tips? Yeah, if you heard anything, Christine, that could be helpful in finding out who are, yeah, definitely, please do. If you hear of anything, you know of anything, please let me know. Decoupage, where you take... It's a craft. We're going to do a live craft on, everybody comes on camera, and you don't have to show your face. You can show your hands and your project, but your project has to show, because otherwise it's not fun. And then we're going to be decoupaging glass with Lisa. Lisa's going to be the instructor, and you can bring as much glass. You can even do plates if you want, anything glass. Bring everything glass. Bring lots of different things. And then napkins, tissue paper, wrapping paper. No deco for you, Stephanie, but you'll happily watch. Why? Life's short, Stephanie. Jump right in. Yeah, well, it wasn't a nail clipper, Montana Sky. It was the file. You know that metal file that folds out of some of the nail clippers? That's what it was. I'm good, but stinking hot and muggy. Oh, stinking hot and muggy sounds so good right now. Do we have to do the project, or can we just visit? You can visit, but wouldn't it be fun to do the project, Nurse Nana Patty? You're good doing the craft? Good, dreaming. Good for you. Good. Who else is doing the craft? What? Oh, I don't know, Baxter. I'll tell you something about the Harley Dilly case. I don't know whether it's just the groups on Facebook, but some of them are crazy. Some of them are outright crazy. Like, I don't know if the people in there have ever studied true crime or something before, because like some of the stuff they're coming up with is just crazy. It's crazy. What materials are needed? You'll do it? Okay, you do tissue paper or napkins. Which is the one Lisa? Well, Lisa was on where it says Lisa, and she shows it to you. If you go to my live and look, it says like Lisa. I think we did it. Did we do it yesterday? When did we do it? When was Lisa on? Not yesterday. The day before yesterday. Saturday nights. If you look at Saturday's live, you'll see it. And she was going to put a supply list in the comments. You're sure? What is it exactly? The decoupage sulfur music? Oh, just bring any glass. It sounds like bring any glass jar. It could be a mason jar. It could be any type of a jar. You know, when we're going to decoupage them, but it doesn't just have to be a glass jar. You could do a plate if you're going to keep it decorative, like the back of you, like at the Dollar Tree, they have glass plates. You can decoupage the back of the glass plate, seal it with Mod Podge, but you can't like dip it in water. You can wipe it. So if you just want like maybe a plate under your candle or something, you could decoupage a plate. You could decoupage just about everything. The craft is going to be, what time did we say it was? 8 p.m.? 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is it 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? Give us an example of crazy. Just like somebody said something like, oh, guys, listen to this. The medical examiner thinks that Harley died the day he went missing. That means he was murdered. And I'm like, how does that mean he was murdered? And then I thought people were going to say, how does that mean he was murdered? But no, everybody was jumping on the bandwagon. And I was like, this is not the group for me. There were just so many crazy things like that. Just crazy things. And then somebody said something like, oh, that, you know, like really whacked out conspiracy stuff. Like that he wasn't really found there. Nobody really saw it. It really didn't happen. He was never in the fire, like all this crazy stuff. Crazy. And I was just like, all right, I don't think this is the group for me. But the file and the nail clippers, I know, Montana Sky, but she killed him. Well, he was taken alive to the hospital, Montana Sky, but then he succumbed to his injuries. Yeah, but Gianna, it wasn't supposed to be a conspiracy theory channel. But what happened was, okay, because I know how I got on this. Somebody asked me about the protest. Well, this one group was like freaking out. They're like, don't mention anything about the protest. If you mention anything about the protest, you are gone. You're gone, right? So I'm like, what are they talking about? And then, I don't know, so there was some type of a protest, right? A protest of what? A protest of law enforcement? That they didn't like the investigation or what? Yeah, but Jeanette, it was just, I'm telling you, it was wild. It was just like, they would say one thing and they're like, oh, that means that this was definitely this. And I'm like, where? How do you know that? Or they'd say like all this stuff like, well, his classmates like this, and that, where did you hear that? Oh, I don't know, from like somebody, you know, okay, so from just hearsay that you don't know, from some person you don't even know who they are, and you, it's just like crazy. Doug mistyped his, yeah, that's why you didn't get in right away, Doug. Right? That was the holdup on Doug's entry. Did you sign your non-disclosure forms, Doug? Because I don't know if I have those back yet. Hi, Pipple. Oh, really? Are you in that group too, Pipple, with me? Are you there? Did you see me? I didn't post a thing in there because I was like, what is this? A few people with pink posters petitioning about Harley. They were petitioning in front of the house? That's not cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Janine. I've never seen that spelling of Janine. Oh, not yet? Please don't kick me out. I'll give you another, 12 hours is all I can extend it to. You sent a money order? Because I can't take a check. It's a money order? Okay. I'll give you another 12 hours, Doug. Is there a live every night? Yeah, usually. Yeah. They were saying there was a bloody mallet found in the... Yeah, I saw that too, and I'm like, where are they getting this stuff from? This is crazy, right? Yeah, Doug had the discount. You didn't get that, Choking on Ashes? Tough break. You're everywhere, Pipple? Doug got the that special we were running. He got right in on the tail end of it. Cashier's check, yeah. That's good too. Oh, squirrels. You're very sad, Choke. Well, don't worry. On the renewal, hopefully we'll get you a discount, okay? You heard about the bloody mallet? Yeah, it was, I think it was like some YouTube channel or something, but it's not true. After we go to Slack, then what? For the decoupage. You go to the craft group, and Jelly Beans, and there's somebody else that posted. Who posted the wreath in there? We've got to get some wreath makers on for the next crafting. You know, it would be neat too if somebody knows how to make those for Easter. You know those eggs. Somebody used to make them out of sugar. My sister had one. I think it was made out of like hard sugar that was like shellacked, and then you put the little bunny in there, and she had it in her room for ages, right? But now I think they make them out of something that's not sugar, right? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Kevin. Does anybody know what those eggs I'm talking about are? You haven't heard from Mark recently? Thought he disappeared? Oh, Mark Sievers? You're a cake designer, CIA mommy? That would be nice. We've done a baking one. We made an apple. What did we make? An apple coffee cake. Kristen, yeah, we can do cooking live, any kind of cooking live. If you have a recipe to share, we'll do cooking live, crafting live, any kind of crafts. Homemade, Carolyn, or shop bought. What do you mean? Oh, homemade, Diana, homemade. The scene in a sugar egg, yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Kevin? My sister had one that neighbor made her. But I think they don't make them out of sugar now. I think they use something else. They're so cute, yeah. You have seen ostrich eggs used? You do make flower arrangements? We've done flower arrangements, but you could help with those. We could always use more for spring. People, yeah, wreaths for spring. You know, lots of things coming up. Now, somebody posted wreaths or something in there. Does anybody remember who that is? We really need to follow this case. We need to find out why. Which case is it now, Montana? Which one, Montana? The nail clipper? I'll follow it up. Oh, good. Okay, Nurse Nana. Your mom makes styrofoam, veggie, and fruit decorations for everything. She makes styrofoam, veggie, and fruit decorations for